I'm Molly Nesham with PersnickeTea, and we're here at Not Jaded in Wentzville, Missouri with Georgie, Rheine. Did I say that right?
Hi.
Hi.
That's right. Yes, you did.
So we did, we looked at some black teas, and now we're going to look at some green teas. We're going to start with what's called Super Twist. Okay. Do you want to tell us about Super Twist?
Yeah, it's an interesting story because we wanted to start growing Assam green teas. So we hired a consultant from Japan, Mr. Hara, and he came to live at Chota Tingrai. We have a guest quarter there, a bungalow that guests can stay at. So if you ladies ever want to go to India, he lived there for 3 years, and he brought cuttings from Japan. So we grafted. We have a greenhouse there, and we grafted plants from his cuttings, and it took 3 years to develop Super Twist. And it is actually a curled tea. If you look at those leaves, you can see how they have been tumbled, so they almost look curled. Ooh. And that's how it got the name Super Twist, because when it's processed, it's tumbled so that it curls like that. It's a very mild tea, but it's full of healthy stuff. I mean, this is one of the best immunity teas you could drink right now to keep your immune system high during the pandemic. It would be a great marketing thing to combine that with some ginger and cloves, and sell it as immunity tea. I think you could do that.
Okay, so change the focus.
So you're not going to let it brew. You're not going to let it brew for more than 90. Don't let it brew for more than 90 seconds. Sure.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So get the water. So you can see the tea. I wanted to put it in here so we can get a picture of it. So you can see the twisty leaves.
Oh yeah, they're going to open up. It's going to be beautiful to watch.
Oh yeah.
Did you notice when you looked at the TGFOP? Did you notice how full and long the whole leaf got? If you could still look at the grounds if you have them, and you'll notice just how big those leaves are after they've been brewed.
Starts out, you only need like a couple of teaspoons, or I think we used maybe 6 grams to make this whole quart stop. 90 seconds.
Timer.
Timer is timing. Okay. Looks like we.
Yeah, I would. If either of you do like Chinese green teas, I would love to hear your comments about how this Assam green tea contrasts with the Chinese teas, like an oolong, or what you might carry or stock in the way of a Chinese green tea. Because we styled it more after sencha, which is the Japanese green tea.
Oh, there it goes. I just wanted them to dance a little bit more. It's much, you see the difference between a green tea and a black tea. The green tea, it's much lighter. Would you call that a green color? Light green. I'm just going to make them dance a little more.
See, when the green tea is processed, when we process the green tea, it's not oxidized the way that a black tea is. And so it doesn't get as dark because of that. It's less, the processing is very minimal on a green tea. So it has more of the nutrients left in it because of that.
Here's the time. Was it steamed? Okay, that was 90 seconds. That was a lot faster than the 3 minutes.
Yep.
Had to wait.
Yep.
Before. Okay. You should probably rinse out your cup. Yeah. Okay. Oh, now we're ready. You can see the. It's very light.
Yes, it is.
So does sencha look like that, or?
I am not an expert on sencha. I believe you steep it. You can steep sencha a little bit longer, like 2 minutes. So that if you steep this for 2 minutes, it would be dark as the sencha, but you might risk that it's going to taste bitter.
Okay. So because you said that, I'm going to put it in the teapot right away so that we can see the leaves for one thing. And it smells amazing. Can you smell that?
Yeah. And I'm surprised how much it tastes like tea. It doesn't look like tea, but it really tastes like tea.
Yeah, think of it as white tea. That will.
I need another cup. My teapot is like very full.
Overflowing.
So William got the strongest one. There we go.
I guess that's good.
So now you can see the tea
Oh, yeah,
leaves.
big leaves.
Those little tiny bits. I'm gonna hit the camera.
They opened up, didn't they? So they're laying there flat now.
Well, they're
Kind of.
they're piled up there.
Yeah.
I don't think I added that much, but I guess I did. All right. So we'll put this over here. And can you re-steep these like you do the
I wouldn't on Super Twist. You can on Hoji Cha. That's a green tea, a different Japanese green tea. You're really brewing the stems. Or even on the FOF that we're going to do next, you could get 2 out of it possibly. But I don't know that I would do that on the Super Twist. You could try it. You'd only know if you really tried. Certainly on the second steep, you'd want to do it for about 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
The teapot's really full. Okay, so what's the word on the Super Twist?
Good.
Naturally sweet.
I don't like the flavor, but it's pretty strong.
Stronger than it looks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's stronger than it looks. And I'm trying to do this.
William, do you is there any other green tea that you've tried? A Chinese green tea or?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, Molly, do you actually prefer black tea over green tea? Because he probably develops his taste based on what you have at home.
I am really hooked on black tea.
Yeah, me too. I got to tell you the truth. I prefer black tea. I'm just going to be honest. It's my favorite.
Yes, I mean, green tea, there's debate over which one is more healthy, but I think they're very similar, and you should always drink the one that tastes good.
Does green tea have more caffeine than black tea?
You know, when you take the stem of the green tea plant and make a Hoji Cha tea out of it, that has less caffeine, but a green tea like the Super Twist, it's marginal. It's going to have maybe a tiny bit less, but it's a marginal difference. So if you really prefer a black tea, then don't let caffeine be your decision.
Okay. So now we
There
have
is a
go ahead.
There's definitely a process to decaffeinate tea, but we don't do that in Assam. I think you have to have a special machine for that, and we don't have that in our plants.
I wouldn't want to drink a decaf tea because it takes the flavor out of it,
Then
I
it's not
think-
natural anymore.
and it's not natural.
Yeah, right. I agree with you guys. Doesn't ring my bell. I drink these substances because I want to pick me up.
Okay, so this is really full.
So do you want to pause it?
So we're gonna pause the recording.
Now you
Go
You
ahead.
used FOF to make gummies. Did it work? Did it work when you used it to make gummies?
Yes, it works really
The
well.
FOF, did it work well for you,
Yes,
Molly?
yes,
Yeah, it bakes beautifully.
But it's not matcha. It's not the same as matcha. I'm not,
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm not a matcha.
Believe it or not, we do make matcha also at the green tea. We have a green tea factory that's all it does, processes 5 different green teas. But the matcha we make is much smokier than Japanese matcha. So it's only sold in India. We don't bring it to the United States.
Okay.
Interesting little side story there.
So
That
go ahead.
well, teas are different in different cultures, and I think that's why the Russians steep theirs for 5 minutes because they want a hardiness that we don't appreciate.
We have to put milk in ours.
Yes.
Okay. Am I on? Okay. So this is FOF. It's a,
Uh-huh.
it's still an orange pico, right? But these are the fannings. So it's square
That's
cut
correct.
from a lower part of the plant than the others.
Right.
So we're still waiting for our,
But that's a green tea. That's from a green tea plant, though. It's not from an orange pico.
oh, from
It's a different cultivar. It's a green tea cultivar.
Can I put 2 in?
Remember, we have less water. You put 2
You
in.
have a lot less water.
I have a lot less water. Okay, so I only put 2 in this time.
Well, you were making a small, yeah, you're making a smaller batch, remember? You wanted to make a smaller batch.
Right. Okay.
How long is this gonna steep?
90, I would do 90 seconds, somewhere between 90 seconds and 2 minutes, no more. But it is going to be a darker green
Oh my, that's really a
than
lot
the super,
of water.
twist because of the cut.
He told you there was hardly any water.
Go fill it up in the sink where you wash the pitcher out.
Okay, I started the timer.
Can you do,
I'm going to have to get ambitious and try to make green tea ice cream out of that.
oh, that sounds yummy.
Yeah, it does.
He's getting me some more water. Although we have water there. Can you make, can you use this in a cold brew? We have it as at 80-degree water.
That's a good question. I'll double check with Avantika. I would say yes, but you're gonna have to steep it longer. I think she's told me that over there they make what they call sun tea, which is dug out with this green tea, and it has to if you're going to put it in the refrigerator, it's got to be there, what they call cold brew. It's got to be there for 8 hours.
Okay, so
I'll talk to Avantika. I'll talk to Avantika and send you information. So if you wanted to talk about it during the virtual festival, I want you to have information about how do you cold brew a green tea. But I did this research for, believe it or not, a chef in Northern California. And so I'm positive that it's going to take about 8 hours in a refrigerator.
so we didn't have, we kind of ran out of water, so we have a very small batch. Or is your
Mine's empty and ready.
Well, you know, when you're doing a tea tasting, you really sip a small amount anyway. I've watched Dan Robertson. I mean, he when you're doing his tea tasting, you just get a tiny sip. Remember when we were at the Midwest Tea Festival, Molly, and he was doing teas, and you just got a little bitty taste.
Yeah, you just, it's probably, okay. So.
There we go.
All right. So I wanted to take a picture. Can you take a picture for me? So this is the Super Twist, and this is the FOF. You can see it. So do yours first, and you can see the difference between the green tea or black tea.
Yeah, this isn't near as strong as the last one.
Doesn't have, not really, and I put a lot of tea in there. Okay.
I mean, it still tastes like tea, but it's a softer taste to it.
Very soft. Would you say flowery or? I'll try it like this, so you can see it. It's slightly different color.
Flowery is right.
Yeah.
Flowery is correct. It's a flowery fanning.
Picture of all three. So we have the black tea and the green tea. And hand me the leaves from the green tea. And we'll take a picture. I need it to be over. And you just pick it up and then take a
Tilt it
picture.
down.
I'll tell you when. Up, over. Right there, stop. Okay. And say teas. Okay. All right.
There you go.
I wanted to show you the difference about the leaves. Yes, it's still green, but the Super Twist is almost a peachy color, and this is greener. If that makes sense. Did you get some? You need to empty your cup.
It does, yeah.
I don't know. It's a
Okay.
green tea, right?
Yes. You didn't like the other one either.
I don't
Taste
think-
it though. It's flowery.
I like it better.
So you like the FOF better than the Super Twist?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I like the Super Twist better.
You like the Super Twist better.
I think the Super Twist kind of tasted like coffee. Is it just me? Or, I don't know.
Tasted more like coffee. Maybe there was some left in your cup.
No, I mean, the Super Twist tasted more like coffee.
Huh.
Although, then again, I got like the last bit of the super twist, so
It
maybe.
was stronger.
Yeah.
You got some of the stronger. So there is quite a bit of difference. If you look at the leaf, and they smell
Smaller.
different. This is, the FOF is grassier, I'd say, than the other one. But it could be.
Here, let's take a spoon.
Oh,
No, that would make sense, Molly, because it's lower down on the plant, so it's got more of the polyphenols and things in it than the super twist does.
How's that?
see, now we can take a picture.
But
You got
yeah,
it?
it's really nice.
There we go.
Thank you for doing that, to see what it looks like after it's brewed.
Right, so you can see the difference. I mean, the super twist, it's like flowery, more flowery, and it's I want to say like soup, more like soup. I don't know what, maybe that's just me, or it's like smoother than the other one, which is grassier.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It smells prettier.
You think it smells prettier?
Mm.
Well, this has been really fun. I'm glad you could join us for our tea tasting today.
Sure.
And
And what we'll do is we'll time.
we're losing our internet.
Yeah, we are. So I'm going to sign off, and you and I will trade notes on what we want to do different next time.
Okay, very
If
good.
there's,
Thank you for coming.
a different way we want information passed on. Yes, enjoy the tea, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.